Ah, all right. Come on, family. Mary C is on a little bit of a time schedule. Mm, Allergies are just crazy right now. I'm on here at a different time, but I'm hoping that you guys will join me. Come on in. Time is of an essence. Shalom, shalom, chosen one, indeed. It's good to see you. I'm running a little late today, but I got a reason behind that. There's a reason behind it. Shalom, shalom, everyone. It's good to see you guys. Yes, indeed. I love that. You come on praising the Heavenly Father. I love it. Amiji, you say, Shalom, shalom, Sister Mary C. All praises to the Most High Yah. Absolutely. All praises belong to Him. You know what, family? I'm just here real quick. And I found out something about this, I guess you could call it app that I'm using. I learn something new every day, right? I'm telling you, allergies, right? So anyhow, I found out. Remember, I kept saying, Shalom, shalom. Hand waving Cheryl Mullins. Shalom, shalom, everyone that's coming on board. It's good to see you, Miriam Yah of Bethany, sweetheart. It's good to see you. And all of the rest of you. God is King, Lou Ann, Chiquita, Sister Shami Yah. It's so good to see you, beautiful people. Dominique is in the house. Shalom, shalom, beautiful. And Ruff is in the house. Shalom, shalom, sis. And my sis is in the house. Ms. Rose Rob. Shalom, sweetheart. Shalom, my beautiful sis. And Karen, good to see you, beautiful. It's so good to see you all. All right, family. I am really and truly not going to keep you because I have someone who is lovely, who is beautiful, and I love her dearly, waiting on me, and that's my mom. So Big Mom, if you want to call her, she's waiting on me to come and pick her up, and we're gonna spend a little time together. But I couldn't do that without coming in and talking to you first. You know what? I want to share real quick because I'm not going to keep you. Real quick, I want to share a dream. I found out something about this app though. Remember, I kept saying I don't remember what title I put on it because it doesn't show up. Normally on YouTube, it shows up underneath the video screen, and it's not there on this app. Well, I found it. It's up in the left-hand corner of the screen. And so now I know where it's at. And so I can keep up with it myself. You don't have to put it in the chat. Anyhow, um, I'm going to, like I said, spend some time with my mom. Ms. Rose Rob, this is one of those times where, honey, I wish you were still in town. I do. Well, I wish that quite often. I wish that quite often that you lived closer to me. But you don't. But this is one of those days where we would go and have big fun together. Big fun. So, anyways, shalom, shalom, Deborah Walker, Tamika Robb, Raquel. It's good to see you. Also beautiful, Lou Ann. Who did I miss? Sharper One. Did I say hello to you? And now I see. So, family, I'm not going to keep you like I said. Here's what I want to talk about. The title of this video is Take Care of Your Kids. And I just want to share with you a dream I had. All right. I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but this is my feeling on it. All right. Family, I think there's going to be another one of those uh, school shootings. If I'm wrong, that's a wonderful thing. If I'm wrong, and I pray that I am wrong, but I feel like there's something that's getting ready to happen. Okay, so kind of like a heads up. And again, if nothing happens, then that's a wonderful thing. But this is the sense that I'm getting. I'm not prophesying. I don't call myself a prophet at all. So I'm not prophesying. It's just a dream that I had, and it went from the dream to a sense of something. Okay, so I'm just sharing it with you. So I'm not prophesying that this is going to happen, but here's what I saw. All right, in this dream of mine. Um, I was on a mission and I had some other people with me. And for some reason, in on this mission of mine, it felt like it was something that I was doing for the Heavenly Father, and it was important. However, I get a message that my eldest daughter, now they're all grown. And when I say they're all grown, they're all grown and up there in age, over 30 and such, right? So I get a message that my eldest daughter is involved in some type of an altercation. Okay. Now let me say this about my children. Okay, the girls at least. Let me say this: they're not violent people. They're like me, mild mannered as they come, but they will defend themselves. Okay, they will defend themselves. And the other thing about my daughters is if you mess with one, you mess with all three. Okay, that's just how they roll. And they're not violent. They're not, I wouldn't even call them fighters, but they'll fight to survive. Okay. But these are my daughters, right? So I got a message that my eldest was involved in some type of altercation that was currently going on at a school, even. And again, she's grown, but it was at a school. So I'm supposed to be headed to this mission, and I have to take a side route in order to get to where my daughter is, right? So I take the side route and we get there. And the if there was a skirmish, it has stopped. So people are standing around. You know how a crowd gets when there's a fight going on, right? So the fighting has stopped somehow. I see my daughter. She appears to be safe. Nothing wrong with her. I see her. I don't know who the other person that she's involved with this altercation with. I don't know who that is. But for some reason, I end up going over to looking at the crowd, and in the crowd, I see two people sitting down, like they had taken, like they were viewing some type of a boxing match or something, and they're sitting on the sidelines. Well, one of them happens, most of them were students, but one of these people sitting on the sidelines happens to be an adult. Not only is this adult sitting there, she's sitting there with her I want to say teenage age like daughter, and this mother also has a toddler in a baby seat, and they're all sitting there like they're watching some type of a show, right? And I don't know why, but I felt the need to go over to this mother. So I went over to this mother and I looked at her and I said, "You are sitting here and you are watching what is going on. This is wrong. This is wrong." And I took her face like this and I said to her, and I could see that her look, she became sad. Okay. She became sad. But I took her face like this and I said, "Honey, we have to do better. We have to do better." And so again, she had a very sad look on her face. And I told her, I said, "You're sitting here with your children, your daughter. If she had gotten into a fight like this, and I, as an adult, was nearby, I would intervene because that's what we're supposed to do. I would intervene. I'm not her mother, but I would care enough for her that I would intervene." All right. And she acknowledged what I had to say. She acknowledged what I had to say. So from that family, I'm here to tell you, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm here to tell you that if you're aware of your children and you're aware that they are doing things that is hurtful to other children, it's your duty as a parent to talk to your child, to help them to be more sympathetic towards others that are different than them, towards others that may be smaller than them, so that we can eliminate some of this bullying that goes on, that takes place, to be maybe an advocate for that little one, or for the underdog. Help your children to see that they can not only be part of a problem, but they can be part of a solution. And then also, for the parents that are out there and they know that their child is dealing with some things at the school, you may have to pull your child out of that school in order to save their life. I don't know who needs to hear this, but we have to take care of our kids. If you see something as an adult, don't participate. Don't participate. Do something about it. We have to step up to the plate, be what we were supposed to be, and that is adults. And do our due diligence for these kids. They depend on us. So that's my short message today. We have to do better, family. We really have to do better. Pray for your kids. But not only pray for your kids, pray for the other kids that are out there too. You know, an old African saying is, it takes a village to raise a child. And there's some truism in that. And I know that there are parents today that don't want you to touch their kids, they don't want you to do this, that, and the other, but there are other things that you can do. I used to run a child care, and my sis that's on here, her mother aunt, our mother aunt, used to also run a child care. And so we know what it means to take care of other people's kids, you know, and to love on them like they're your own. We know what that's like. And to this day, I've been retired from that business for years. And to this day, just I want to say yesterday, I still get phone calls from folks wanting to know if I can care for their kids. We were good when we did what we did. I had a group home and we were very good. I don't mind saying that. We were very good. And the parents knew that. They knew they had a good thing when they came to us. They knew it. And many of my students, many of them are honor students, have moved on in college, doing well. Many of them. And every now and then I get a knock on my door, and sure enough, there are some of my students standing on the door, in the doorway, ready to give me a hug and greet me. It happens. But we have to do better, family. We have to love on these kids. We have to love on these kids. There's a lot of crazy out there. They're being kidnapped. They're being abused, molested, raped. There, all kinds of stuff is going on with these kids. And if we don't step in to help them, they have no help. Pray for these kids. We have to do better. That was the message that I got. We have to do better where the kids are concerned. So again, see how quick that was? See how quick that was? Beauty in the Light, and who else is there? You sending love to mom and the family this morning. Thank you. I'm gonna let her know. You know what? You remember you sent her a package, right? I'm not gonna say what it was unless you want to say what it was. But you sent her a package and she's so excited about it. I was afraid for her. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I was afraid for her because she kept using it. She kept using it. And I'm like, don't accidentally hit yourself, with it. But she did real good. She was so excited. She got Tommy involved in everything. She was so excited about that gift. So thank you for doing that. I'm gonna have to talk to you because I think I want one too. All right. So anyhow, I will share the love. I will share the love. God is King says thanks. All right. Confirmation for you. Sister Shemiyah, it's good to see you, beautiful. Confirmation, huh? Okay. Uh, Dominique says, I pulled both my kids out of school at home, homeschool. You homeschool your youngest. You do what you have to do. I had to homeschool for a while too. I did. Um, my son was having issues in school with the bullying, the whole 9 yards. He wore glasses. They laughed at him about wearing glasses, all kinds of crazy stuff. But he went to he was having issues with school, and they wanted to put him in some, as they usually do, and many of my sisters on here can relate, as they usually want to do with the young Black males, is they want to separate them and put them in special type classes. I wasn't having it. I'm one of those mothers. I wasn't having it because I knew that he was intelligent, and I knew that he could do what most people could do and then some. So I was not having it, and so I pulled him out. And at the time, I was taking college courses, and Sister Girl was on a budget. So Sister Girl didn't have a whole lot of money to put into curriculum for him. So Sister Girl used a lot of her textbooks, because I worked for a company, believe it or not, I worked for a company at the time that paid tuition, a good portion of the tuition. And then they also paid for your books. So I didn't have to pay for those books. So I used those books for my son. Of course, I brought it down to his level, but I used those books for my son. And when he went back, they decided they wanted to test him. When I took and said, okay, now he's at this level, that I took him back to public school, they decided they wanted to test him. And they tested him, and then sat me down in the office and said to me, he's so much more advanced. What did you do to him? What did you do with him? And I explained to them that I just sat down every day with him, and we went through, the textbooks, but he was so much more advanced when he went back. Of course, we had some other things that we had to deal with, but it was an improvement for him. So family, you may not think that it's important to your children, but it is important. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, we understand. You have to do what you have to do, right? You have to do what you have to do. So, shalom, shalom, beautiful D. Cooper. Unfortunately, I have to go. I have to go, 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 go. I love you all. If I can, later on today, I will see if I can come back on and do a live. I'll try and do that, but I got to go right now. And you know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Have a good rest of your day. But know this, our Heavenly Father, He loves you so much more. Keep an eye on those kids, okay? Pray for them. Shalom, family.